Um,
It's stay ready so you ain't got to get ready.
that's it, right? Exactly. Exactly what I was gonna say. So I'm sure you guys already know who I am. For those who don't know, my name is Bruce Rochester. I'm down here in sunny South Florida. Tonight we're going to be talking about the trial run. The trial run. It's a very unique way, a concept that I've learned how to generate leads in network marketing. And I like to repeat it because sometimes certain things don't stick as quickly, and maybe you might hear it differently this time than you heard it the last time. But this is something I've definitely mastered to get myself more leads in time. And I show you guys some of my conversations, and I mean, I understand if you guys can just get just partial of what I'm showing you, it could definitely be a game changer. But I know some of you guys are not going to probably grasp because you're not going to do what I show you do. And for those who actually do, your business is going to go to the next level. It's inevitable. Recruiting is the answer to most of anyone's problems. You know, just like a job. If you're hiring, if you hate your employees or they always coming in late, guess what you do? Hire some more people. if the person that you hired is not doing a good job, hire a new group. So recruiting was something I struggled with in my earlier career of network marketing. My first 3 years, I didn't have anybody in my downline. I had 0 people. So for those who are having really good success in a short period of time, I want to give every single one a round of applause. If you guys have recruited at least one person in your business, put a 1 in the chat. Wow. Whether they're a customer or a agent, must be nice. I went 3 years. I couldn't hit water if I fell out of a boat. Maybe I just sucked. You guys have I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You guys have some way better tools than I had years ago. Man, I didn't really know how to leverage social media. So what I'm gonna do is let me show you some of the conversations I've had. But I want you guys to just tell some of your personal testimonies of what you've gotten from the trial run and what it's done for your business. I know for me, I was taught, and I'm sure you guys have been taught this as well, to come in, make a list of names. How many of you guys have been taught that? All right. How many of you guys have been taught to come in and make a list of names? And the first concept is to approach your friends and family members to show them what you got going on. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think hitting a certain rank, it just comes down to a decision. Like if you want to hit field trainer, you can hit field trainer. If you want to hit sales director, you can hit it. You can sign up mom, you can sign up dad, and she'll probably sign up. Be like, listen, wife, you're signing up, and she don't even know what she's signing up for. You just sign her up, right? And they might come in and you'll hit a rank, but there might be a plateau in your business where you're like, you feel stuck. Have anyone ever felt like that before? Where you felt like maybe you haven't got as much success you had in the beginning, or a certain time in your business where you had momentum. And that goes just back to, like I said, lead generation. You know, you got to have more leads in time. And once you can have that, you have this energy where it's kind of like, they do it, and if they don't, they don't. Hold on, let me mute some of your lines. Somebody rattling a bag of chips. I don't know if that's bag of chips or Doritos. I haven't eaten all day. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna bring up a few of you guys, and like I said, let's talk about the list again. You know, what I'm showing you guys is, rather than trying to approach your friends and family members to recruit them, I want you to come as a concept to expose them and have them expose your business. So it's kind of like, hey man, I just launched my business. I'm super excited. I'm actually real close from hitting my promotion. I need a favor, man. If I know you have a huge network and I have some really big connections, but if you can make this post on your page, bro, this will mean a lot for me. This will help me reach the people I need to reach so I can hit my next promotion. And if we reach certain people, this might be mutually be profitable for the both of us. So instead of like more like trying to say, hey man, I need you to sign up in my business, it's more like, hey, listen, I need a favor. I'm not asking for no money. I'm just asking to make a post on your social media. How many people do you think will be more receptive of making a post than actually joining the business? And not everybody wants to join your business. They know you personally. They probably think you still owe them $30 and you haven't repaid them. Or maybe they just know you personally and they probably don't take you seriously. So imagine if you can get all your friends. Remember that one post you did on your social media where it blew up and you got super excited and you're like, I'm signing up? Imagine if you can get all your friends to do the same thing and get their friends to do the same thing and their friends to get to do the same thing, to the point where you just talk to so much people, you have more leads than you have time. That's the trial run. That's the formula. And that's what I've been trying to show you guys for a long time. So I just want to give, maybe a couple of testimonies so you guys can hear, and then I'm gonna go into the training. But let me see here. So I don't know if Mr. Bryant, I know we spoke on the phone briefly, but I don't want you guys to think there's one way of doing things. There's Facebook groups, and I have a couple of guys that's top 5 on the list, and they're leveraging Facebook groups. So I don't know if Mr. Bryant, let me see if I can. I know you probably didn't even know I was going to bring you up here, but I know we were talking. Let me know if you can hear me. Antonio?
I can hear you.
Okay. All right. So I know we were talking briefly just the other day, but I know a lot of people, they just want to know how to get leads. And since we're talking about leads, you've been doing a phenomenal job in getting leads. So how much leads are you getting? And what do you think really changed the dynamic, the transitioning from not getting any leads to getting more leads in time and actually now getting some signups? But before I do that, I want to introduce who he is. He's new to the business, but not new to the business. New to the industry, but not new to the industry. But he's been doing really good, man. And I think he made a post, he was showing me just recently. Man, one post got him over 900 leads. 900 leads. He didn't pay for any advertising. He didn't call nobody and ask him to do no shout out. None of that. And if I can remember, was this all free leads, Mr. Bryant?
Yes, 100% free, $0.
Wow. So let's talk about it. I mean, what do you do differently, and how are you getting your leads?
So I remember back in late January when we first met there was a conference there, and you literally gave us the scripts to use in the trial run. All right, and it took me months to get it through my skull that this was useful, but one of the most powerful scripts that I've used is the medical violation, the HIPAA law, the medical claims script or trial run. And so because it's, number one, it's true. And then number two, there are millions of people who have medical collections on their accounts. Some people just that's the only thing they want to get rid of. And so that particular post has generated the most leads. Like the one that you recently saw that had 900, I just checked it back today. It was at 1,500, 1.5K. Over a couple of days, there are still people trickling in. And you said something earlier about the groups. Well, the groups are really great. And you see there's this big scramble for people to do business with one another, especially Black folks. And so there's a lot of groups that are being created. And so you have the power to get into these groups and simply post what's been given to us. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. You really don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just post what's been given. And guys, again, as our presentation tells us, there's 43 million people that have $5.99 or less. There's more than enough leads, but you just have to follow the system, follow what's been given to us, and you'll always have more than enough leads. I hope I answered the question.
So some people are asking, so what kind of groups? And I know a lot of times, we can go in a group and some groups don't allow spam. So how are you even allowed to even post without even being kicked out? I'm pretty sure some people are thinking that same question.
Right. Well, I think the first thing that people have to do is establish your presence as a normal person online. Your Facebook and your page can't always be everything about credit. You need to establish the fact that you're a normal person going through normal life, doing everyday things. I'm a family man. I've been married for 16 years. I got 3 boys, 13, 12, and 5. My 5-year-old has epilepsy. We've been, my 12-year-old established a business. My wife's birthday was yesterday. All that stuff, and all of that stuff is all on my page. And so from the time, and I remember, Bruce, you told me this. I was a secret agent, man. I was a secret agent. I didn't put anything out there about what I was doing. I didn't make it normal. I didn't make it palatable where people could see Antoine and see my business at the same time. And so I think the reason people are so afraid of not being able to be successful, they're so afraid of not being able to get people when you just need to relax. You told us this a number of times. Relax, be a normal person. Establish yourself on social media, because the first thing people are going to do, they're going to go to your page. They're going to go to your page, and if your page is FES, UCS, all day long, you're not really a normal person. You're repelling the people. And so the first thing is to establish. What I did was I established myself as a normal person and an FES agent, and then I started getting invites to these groups. I didn't ask to be in the groups. People started inviting me to the groups. And when I got into the group, I posted, I said, hey, I'm going to shoot my shot. And I shot my shot. And boy, I had a whole bunch of bullets. My clip is full, baby. My clip is full. But yeah, you got to be a normal person.
All right. So I'm guessing you just add yourself to a few groups and kept going on. And I'm guessing some of those groups you've been added to have had a lot of people in it. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One group formed locally here called the Black Gainesville Word of Mouth. I live in Gainesville, Florida, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But they formed a group in about 5 days. They had about 5,000 people. So a lot of people in different cities with COVID, and I know we're not supposed to be, but with just Black people in general, trying to really gather around and circulate the dollars between us. They've been gathering in groups. And so you guys have been seeing it, hair and baked goods and all of those things are being offered in those groups. And so you can get in those groups, but again, you still have to establish yourself as a normal person. Like, for example, tonight I put in a post on one of the groups, are there any holistic female doctors? And I got tons and tons of engagement. Why? Because I want to establish myself as a trusted person. I'm not just concerned about finances. I'm concerned about health. I'm concerned about other things. And so, those you can get in those groups fairly easily, but you got to be a normal person.
Awesome, man. And so someone asked, what was the post? So I don't know if you guys can see my screen, but this is the post right here. It says most medical collections can be deleted. And I think I posted this back in February. And he's right, man. It gets a lot of attraction. People definitely want to know more about how they can get their medical collections deleted from their credit report.
Hey, Bruce, could I also share my screen and just show the post, the original post? Yeah, so I can, all right, so I'll show you guys. And this is just today. Okay, I don't think I have the ability to share.
Oh, let me add you as a co-host.
Okay. Hold on, before you do it, I'm gonna go and find it really quick so I can show everybody exactly.
So as you guys can see here, I mean, there's so many different avenues of leveraging social media. I know Facebook have these groups. So guys, you can add yourself to it. And I know some groups allow you to post, but I'm guessing he was adding himself to an entrepreneurial group where there's other entrepreneurs in that group, which allowed him to expose his business. And then there was a lot of people that needed it. So that was pretty cool that you're doing that.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna share so I can show everybody, so you know I'm not joshing. If everybody can see that right here, 1.5K.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
1.5K. It's so you know, I'm a rising star in the group. You know, I try to provoke conversation. This was the post that I put there.
So what does that mean, rising star? Not everyone is social media savvy, so they don't know what that means. What does rising star mean?
So from my understanding, when you get inside of a group and you post and get a lot of engagement, you just kind of get that tag of rising star. I don't know, Bruce, maybe you could kind of elaborate more on it. I recently saw it, you know, as you get a lot of engagement in posts and you're able to engage a lot of people, you know, you get tagged as a conversation starter, a rising star, you know, things of that nature.
Wow, man. So guys, I mean, if you want to know how to add yourself to the groups, I'm gonna just share my screen. I'm pretty sure you guys should know how to do it, but if you don't, I think this is the word groups right here. And these are just different groups I guess I could add myself to. And you can look for different groups. I guess you can type in entrepreneurial or whatever you want. This search tool here is like Google. You can just type whatever you want and those things will start to come up. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So I'm pretty sure there's real estate groups. There's people buy and sell groups that are looking to buy and sell things. And this is a pretty different way of getting exposure.
Sure.
Awesome, man. So, I mean, I guess if people want to know, have you got any signups?
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. I mean, at least I'm averaging around 2 to 3 a day, doing consultations and you know, signing people up, man. We're rocking in South Cackalack, man. Really doing some damage there. And not only are we getting signups for customers, we're getting both customers and agents. So we're able to have our agents and have enough customers in the holding tank to activate that cab. And that's what you want. You want that great balance of agents and enough customers to activate that cab for your agents.
That's dope, man. That's dope. So as you can see here, I just typed in realtors, and there's groups, of course, that have realtors in there. And I'm just typing in random things just to show people how to do this. And, you know, you can start adding yourself to these groups, becoming friends with some of these real estate agents. And, I remember when I first started my Facebook, I was just looking for people who had influence. And I started with pastors. And I just typed in pastors. And as you can see, it says the type of posts that pastors make that are already on my page. And also the people that are pastors. So I clicked on people and I was just adding all of them.
Wow.
I was sending out friend requests. And the reason why I was really reaching out to a lot of leadership pastors is because I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking for leaders that are looking to not only lead, but they already have the notation of helping people. And I know that pastors would love to help their congregation with not only the knowledge of the Bible, but also the knowledge of finance, wealth. And I said, you know, if I can bring this to the right person, they could take this to the next level. So that was definitely something I've done. So what I was doing is, as I started adding them, let's just say a few of them started adding me as friends. Then I would go on his friends list and start adding some of his friends, because birds of a feather flock together. So then I would look on their page and see, okay, who else on their page look business savvy, who looks professional. And this is how I really started to grow my friends list around people that I wanted to And then if anyone ever asks me, so do I know you? I would say no. We don't know each other, but I just deleted 1,000 friends. And I'm looking to add more successful people and positive people like yourself. Would it be okay if I add you as a friend? What do you think people are going to say after that? Right? And yeah, that's kind of like how I really grew my friends list. So anyone have any quick questions?
Hey, Bruce, I just wanted to add something. Somebody asked a question in the chat as far as whether I was sending the people to the webinar or just directly signing them up. So in our particular organization, what we do is, and Bruce taught us this is, of course, only two people, customers and agents. If they're a customer, what we're doing is just going through a brief consultation to see exactly where they are. And we go through the 4 to 6 questions. And then from there, we just do the pre-app and go ahead and close them from there. So most of those people are customers that we're just getting on the phone. Some of them we're doing 3-way calls. Some of them we're just doing a customer consultation. If we hear in the conversation that there's an opportunity for them to be turned onto the business side of things, then that's when we'll do an invite to the webinar, to a 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock webinar. Our personal team, we're doing 7 o'clock webinars, and then sometimes we'll do a 7 o'clock, and then we have the main one at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock. So it's
hold on there, pause right there.
Yes, sir.
So you're telling me you're doing your own webinars?
Yes, sir, we are.
So what do you think why not just wait for the own webinar? What made you say, I know I'm going to start doing my own webinars?
Well, man, I mean, you are responsible for your growth and the growth of your team, man. Man, I love and respect the leadership, the servants. They are definitely servant leadership, but at some point, you got to step out into the water and take charge of your growth and the growth of your team. And one of the ways to do that is to just jump out there and do a webinar. I mean, like they tell us all the time in the industry, you can't say the wrong thing to you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, man. You could do a webinar and trip all over your feet. And if it's the right person, they coming in, they're coming in. So you got to take initiative to start somewhere, whether it's just doing the first half. And I think I just started with Bruce. I would do the first half and I allow him to close it. The first half is super simple. I mean, all you got to do is read what's on the screen there with the slides. It's very, very simple. And then sometimes put your own personal story in there. You could throw that in there, but again, it's you got to start there. You got to start somewhere, and you need to get onto.
So as you guys can see, you're taking leadership role. And some people would say, well, I'm not a sales director. I'm not a vice president. I'm not ready to do a webinar. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm not waiting to hitting sales director. Some people don't really understand that you have to be a sales director mentally. You have to have the habits of a sales director or a vice president, which means rituals adds up to activity. Activity adds up to result. So you're taking charge. You're taking a leadership role that's gonna result to something bigger. So you're getting prepared. And the biggest thing of having success is preparation. Preparation. That's the biggest thing. See, we'll see a hurricane that's coming, but what do? We don't wait for the hurricane to get here to say, oh shoot, I need to board up my windows. No, what we do is we say, okay, the hurricane is coming. We need to get water. We need to get food. We need to make sure the windows are boarded up, and we are prepared. Preparation is the biggest key of success. And if you guys don't prepare for the storm, you don't prepare for objections, you don't prepare. This is why we're here today. And every single person, every one of you that are on this webinar tonight, you are all leaders because you take the initiative to become a student and go from student to becoming a teacher and going from a teacher to attracting hungry students. So this is how you guys become leaders. So put a 10 in the chat because every single one of you guys are doing exactly what it takes to become leaders. So thank you, Antoine, man. Man, look, this man not even waiting. He's not even, what's your title? And
I'm a pinnacle posing as a field trainer.
Oh, see what I'm talking about. See, he's not even waiting. He's already pinnacle. Put SVP in the chat if everybody's already SVP. Where my SVPs at? Okay, see, there we talking about SVP. Everybody's an SVP, right? I love it. Man, see, anything else you want to share before we move on? I think a couple people asked some questions. They said, what's the questions?
Let me see. Hold on. I think somebody asked about closing. Hey, if anybody ask about closing, my man Davion need to be. He need to get the shines for that. Davion is the master closer.
All right, so I'm gonna bring on Davion next real quick then. So, but I appreciate Mr. Bryant for sharing them nuggets, man, with the group, man. That really helps.
Hey, no problem. Back to you, Bruce, for great leadership, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it. So, D, man, they calling you out already, man. See, it didn't take long.
Hey, I'm just doing what I was coached to do. That's all.
So, a lot of people, even myself, struggled with closing in their early years of network marketing. I know I struggled with closing. And what do you think is one of your biggest success in closing a client? Is it because you tell them you already have, you got dreads? Do you tell them because, hey, listen, I got plenty of years with experience? Is it because, your credit score is already good? Like, what's your success? Like, why they choose to sign up with you and not try signing up with others? Like, what do you do differently?
Well, man, for me, well, first of all, let me give it back to you because like I always say, man, I call you and talk to you every day. If you can't pick up, you let me know you're going to hit me back. So for me, it's about, giving back to my clientele the way my leaders give to me, always being there to support them, answer their questions, try to be as efficient as possible. And yes, I do have experience in the network industry, but I come from the life insurance industry, and a lot of that is based off convincing. And what I do know is that people don't like to be convinced. People want to know how much you care before they know how much you know. So I'm not real pushy on folks. And I mean, to be honest with you, I try to figure out what their needs and their budget meet really, and I make it work for them. I make them feel comfortable. A lot of people, of course, with the wicked world we live in, oh, is this a scam? I've been this, I've been that, and they try to, push their old relationship problems on our new relationship. And like I tell people, you can't come into a new relationship with bad habits and, bringing that old jumbo over here and not giving me a chance. So, I'm using the scripts, I'm sending voice messages in and out. And guys, what I will tell you is I have another phone that I use. Get people on the phone. They want to hear your voice. They want to know that you're a real person. I literally just had somebody block me because I sent too long of a message, it seems like. And they commented on my post saying they were interested in the opportunity. So you're gonna have the people that's skeptical. Just move on. Don't pay it. I don't dwell on that. I don't let that get me down. I don't know how many people in the world. I just know it's a lot of them. And the good thing that I love about the company is that we can reach out to anybody in the United States. So I try to capitalize on any opportunity. Like I just had a gentleman literally just text me. And Bruce, I did want to kind of share my screen with that for that gentleman as well. Am I able to do that? Am I a co-host? All right. So let me make sure I got this going. Pull up my Facebook real quick. I'd like to capitalize again on opportunity. So I haven't even, first of all, let me say too, I haven't even posted on Instagram yet. Facebook is so, you can leverage Facebook so well that I literally have not, it's not allowing me to share due to this, but I got a client, long story short, I got a client who started off as a customer.
We can see your screen.
You can see my screen?
Yeah.
It's okay. Got you. Let me get out of here. All right. So look, oh, here we go. Somebody else. This young lady right here just messaged me. I'm paying now. This is somebody who 2 weeks ago was showing so much interest, but kept putting me off. I'm also really good at branding myself. Like Mr. Bryant was saying, don't go over there, FES this, FES that. Brand yourself. Brand what you stand for. You know, you in business for yourself, and we just fortunate enough not to be in business by ourselves. We have a powerful franchise that's been around since 2004 to back us on these things with the trainings. But what I want to show you is this particular message right here. Let me move this. With this gentleman, Jamarcus. He started off as a client. He just enrolled maybe a week ago. And he responded info on one of my agent posts. And I simply told him, hey, man, unfortunately, you started off as a customer, but in 90 days, I can bring you on as a partner. So he was, I capitalized on the opportunity. Sounds like a plan. I just received my letters. He's excited. I got to get excited. I got to match his energy. So all caps, let's go. Get him excited about it. And then I just jumped right in. Tomorrow, would you mind sharing the post for me? We need to get you your 5 refs so that you get your services for free. Yes, sir, I can definitely do that. And I can get on my 5 references for sure as well. Boom, I love the post. Interact with these people. Let them know that you care about what they're doing. Because like I said, if they know how much you care, they'll do anything you need them to do. I don't know this man. I met him when he enrolled. So he's already, down to do whatever I'm asking him to do, for the simple fact he knows that I care about his progress upon fixing his credit so he can get the home that he wants. You also, that's another key to my selling tips. Guys, sell off emotion. Whatever they tell you the reason why in the script when you use it. So what are you looking to do? Buy a home, get a car, or just get things deleted? A lot of people say all of the above, okay? I keep referring back to that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get you rolling so we can get you in that house that your family deserves. Sell off the emotion. Right here, I'll tell them, all right, make sure you put them in the referral program so you can get credit. And thank you, my brother, for your business and your support. Looking forward to partnering with you. I'm already assuming in the future. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I guess that's supposed to be will do. Thanks again. So just because you enrolled as a customer, somebody in as a customer, don't mean you can't capitalize on the opportunity to get these people going as agents here in the near future. Again, I just want to kind of share a little bit about on my Facebook for those of you who don't follow me. I'm like Bruce. I'm jumping in all the groups. I'm posting things here and there. I end up putting a network marketer and a graphic designer on my team. So the little content right here, I went to Bruce. I'm like, Bruce, how you doing all this? How you like when I first came to when I first found Bruce's page and the first thing that caught my attention was his lifestyle. I'm like, dang, I want to be able to do this not only for me but for my kids. I want to be able to give them any and everything that they need. So when your why is super big, it's not much that you can't accomplish. For the first time, I was able to give my mom $1,500 last week to be able to pay off her things because she's dealing with an illness. So that felt good for me. But this time when I did it, I didn't have to worry about if I had money in the bank afterwards because this opportunity has opened up a lot of different doors for me. So you just have to be consistent with your business, follow up with your customers, and let them know that you care. Like I said, I do a lot of branding with my phone. I would recommend putting something in your bio, something that's catchy. I got my other phone number in here. I get maybe 5 or 6 messages a day texting with credit. Do they all sign up? No. Do I get down on myself? No. I just keep it pushing. So you got to just make sure that you're doing different things on your platform that catches people's eyes. I like to be funny sometimes. I let people know like I'm human too. So I like to crack a joke. Maybe it's not going to be for everybody, but it is what it is. And I like to, I give tips. I like to do different things like that. Letting people know like brand yourself, be you. Show people that you're here to, help them with a few different things and not just collect, their paycheck or whatever it is they got going on. Right now we're in the pandemic. A lot of people are taking the opportunity and the time to actually better their lives and themselves. So you got to just let them make them understand that it's something that you're here to help with, not take from. And that's all I really got when it comes to closing these people.
So that's huge, man. You know, a lot of people don't understand that, and this is what I got from you. People don't know how much that you know until they know how much you care, and that is so absolutely unequivocally true. You know, I was just speaking to someone today, and she was like, "Well, I'm already signed up and registered with someone else." She's like, "Well, the letters, you know, can we send out 2 dispute letters at the same time?" And I told her, no, continue doing what you're doing with that company. I said, but do you have a secure credit card? I said, do you also pay rent? She said, yes. I said, well, what if I told you I can get you credit for all your on-time payments on your rent, and I could really help boost your score? I said, matter of fact, I know another source where I can actually get you a trade line for just a few $100s, and this will also boost your score. I said, as a matter of fact, I'll give it to you all for free. I said, you're gonna have to pay for the service, but I'm gonna give you this information for free. I usually give this to my clients that register with me. And she said, matter of fact, let me see if I can show you guys that conversation. And see if I can bring it up. But it's good info, type, you know, Davion, that was some really good info you gave as far as giving back the knowledge.
Bruce, can I piggyback off of what you just said real quick?
Yeah, because you could buy me some time. Appreciate it.
Well, that's another thing I'm big on, guys. I know we got servant leaders and they, you know, you try to, you know, hit them up for every little thing, but you got to be a student of the business, guys. Like, we all grown. We all here to change our lives. Like, become a student of the business. Like, perfect your craft. Study the product. Like, I know I didn't know anything about credit repair before I got with this company. And within a very short period of time, just from studying 15, 20 minutes a day, I've been able to broaden my knowledge. And then when you're able to even just give people info, that's a sign of trust. When like Bruce said, I don't say, oh man, you should cancel such and such, like, and come with us. Like, I don't badmouth any other companies. I don't do any of that. That's not the way to go, because you look like a bitter salesman at that point. Like, you're just trying to get the sale. So like, give them knowledge on what we got going on. Like, the credit my rent thing, yo, if you ain't did that yet, you sleep. Like, I with like 45 days, my score went up 137 points across the board. Like, just from last month alone, Experian notified me 76 points. Like, come on. Like, and that's at this point, only one thing has come off my credit that's hurting it. And also one late payment been updated. So you're gonna get the people who think they know more than everybody else, and those are usually people who don't even know what to do once the account hits collections. Like, I had a guy block me because I gave him the facts and he didn't want to look stupid anymore, so he blocked me. Like, if you're a student of the business, and when somebody coming at you with some stuff, and you're able to professionally decline, it ain't much people can do but block you. So
I agree, man.
I got on that.
So I listen to Jim Rome all the time. He always says, create value. You know, at the end of the day, we all got the same back office. We all got the same service. You know, me and Alfred, we start off, you know, when you go in your back office and you log in, and when you call customer service, they don't say, give me your Pinnacle ID number. They didn't say, give me your senior vice president number. You know what it says? Give me your agent ID number. We're all agents. And we have the same exact service, same looking back office. My back office don't look no different than yours. The only thing that's different is probably my pay. But I got the same services as you. Davion has the same services as you. Andre got the same services as you. Alfred, Mike Burgos, all of us. So what's going to separate you from everybody else? You know what it is? Your value. How much value do you bring to the company? How much value do you bring to a customer? So how do you increase your value? You increase your knowledge. You increase your knowledge on the product. You increase your knowledge on the services. Go above and beyond. You want to be the Kobe Bryant of this game? They'll go above and beyond. If you want to make above and beyond income, you got to go above and beyond and gain the knowledge. Don't tell me you want to be a top earner, but you haven't even studied what top earners do. Your rituals don't add up. Some of you probably have hit some titles because your downline or your upline or whatever, your sideline or your mentor helped you get there. But your personal development stayed the same. So guess what's going to happen? Your income will meet you right where your personal development is. Never stop working on yourself, because the more you keep working on you, your knowledge, your value, that's what separates you from everybody else. There's 50,000 agents. Some of them don't even know anything about Credit My Rent. That's what separates you. Some of them don't even know about the secured credit card. That's what separates you. Some of them don't even know about the HIPAA laws. That's what separates you. Knowledge. Gain that knowledge. Learn more about the services, what we provide, how we help people. And I'm telling you, once you can gain that experience and knowledge of being a servant, not a seller, a servant leader, someone that want to really help people, be a great listener, all right? So I wrote that down, and Davion, you make a lot of sense on that, and listen to where their wants, goals, and needs are. So as you can see here, this is just a conversation. She, I got her from found her, didn't got her, but I found her from another person's post. I asked her what her credit score is, and she said she wants to know more about the program. I went in and asked her, what's your goals? Are you trying to get a house? Are you trying to get a car? Because the goals is what's going to help you close the prospect. The goal is why they're contacting you. I need to know your goals. Her main goal is to purchase a house. Then I asked her, so what derogatory items do you have? Do you have late payments? Do you have medical bills? She says, what? I have medical bills, but some hardships getting to fall off. September student loans, no late payments, but yes, on credit cards in the past. So now I went in and said, well, I can help you. So write this down. Guys, you don't need to be a super expert. There's 3 things you need to be able to answer, and this is it. First question is, how long is it going to take? This is what everyone's going to ask. How long is it going to take? The answer to that question is, you're going to start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. Oh, okay, that's cool. So, well, how long do you think it's going to take for me to get a $700 credit score? Well, we'll start removing some of those things off your credit report, like I told you. We'll add some trade lines, but within 45 to 90 days, you should start seeing results. Okay, all right. Yeah. So basically, no matter whatever they ask you as far as time frame, you should start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. Okay, so I'm going to watch some TV, and then I'm going to send out the letters, but how long will it take for my score to see? You should start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. When people want to know how long is it going to take to see results, or how long is it going to take for their credit to be fixed, listen, I don't know. But what I do know is you're going to start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. Nobody has a magic number where, okay, if I remove this, your score is going to be exactly 700. But what I can tell you is you're going to start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. Well, how long do I have to pay the $89 a month? Well, it's month to month. There's no contracts, but you should start seeing results within 45 to 90 days. Are you guys getting this? Right? I repeat the same thing over and over, right? So that's the answer to that question. The second question is, can you help me, right? For those who are afraid to get on the phone or leave voice messages, see, she said, I have a medical bill. So whatever they say, I'm gonna be honest, you know the answer to this? There's no special situation, whether it's medical bills, whether it's a bankruptcy, right? Chapter 7, chapter 13, well, listen, this is a new chapter. We can help you. We can definitely help you, right? Oh, she might say, I got collections. Don't worry, no problem. We can definitely help you. Well, I don't have a credit score. Well, that's no problem. We can definitely help you. No matter what you tell me, if your score begins with a 3, 4, 5, or 6, we can definitely help you. You guys got the answer to that question. Everybody wants to know. Some people think that their situation is unique, and it's not. because we leverage the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. So no matter what's on their credit report, whether it's a chapter 7, chapter 14, chapter 19, verse Exodus, Revelations, I don't care what you got going on, we can definitely help you, right? So that's the answer to that. And the last question is, how much does it cost? This is all you got to answer. What's your problem? What's your goals? And how much it costs? And how long the time frame is it going to take to see results? That's it. Anybody can answer that. You don't need, you don't have to call me for a 3-way for a client. You don't got to call your client. You just got to answer those 3 questions. How much it costs? How long it's going to take you to see results? And can you help me? That's it. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know how to answer those 3 common questions. You guys following me here? So I sent her some results, some testimonies. I hit her with the price. This is all I got to answer. I'm going straight to the point. I'm looking for the objection so I can get her to post. So she says, does it matter? I'm working with another company. I asked her, have they sent out a letter? She said, yes. What did I say? Okay, let them continue. I didn't try to, see guys, you got to really care about people. I didn't try to steal her. Listen, we got to do everything with ethics. She said, okay, however, I'm seeking because I haven't gotten any collection letters or anything. I asked you, how long have you been working on your credit? She said, since April. So then I sent her a voice message saying, I'm going to send you some stuff that can help you with boosting your score. I'm going to give it to you for free, but I will only do that if you're able to post my flyer on your page. If I sent you this stuff that's going to help you boost your credit, would you be able to post my flyer on your page? She said, yes, send me the flyer. I will definitely post it on my page. What did I do? I offered something so I can get something in return, right? And she said that. I gave her the post that says, attention, my good friend Bruce will help you. She posted it, and I sent her some stuff that's going to help her with boosting her credit score. Gave her the Credit My Rent, gave her the secured credit card, and I kind of explained each product. I explained the Credit My Rent. I explained the secured credit card. And I explained some other things I actually know about that I found out by being in the credit industry that's also going to help her credit score. Now, what was her reply? Okay, thank you. I really appreciate the information you have given me. I'm going to get in contact with the other company to see about cancellation because I would prefer much rather to do business with you. What the hell? I wasn't trying to recruit you. Wow. She said she'd rather do business with me. I was just trying to help her. But what did you say, Davion? You said people don't know how much you know until they know how much you care. Only because I really cared about helping her, guess what? Now she wants to do business with me. I didn't tell her to cancel. She told me she gonna cancel. Game changer, guys. Game changer. Man, this is crazy. So, she told me okay, so now she made the post. So let's go back to her page. I'm all about exposure. So she posted it, she tagged me to it, and look, she got leads. Got leads. Now I have more people to talk to. I'm gonna do the same thing with them. What's your credit score? What's your goals? What do you have in collections? No problem, I can help you. This is the price. Would this be of interest to you? Anything other than a yes is a no. Can you make a post for me so I can still honor your discount for when you're ready? She puts up the discount, he puts up the discount, I'm on to the next person. This is why we get so much signups, because every person we talk to, whether you can do it today, whether you got to talk to the wife, whether you got to talk to the dog, whether you got to talk to whoever you got to talk to, whether you say you're going to do it after work, no problem. If I gave you a post, would you be able to post it for me and tag for a future discount when you're ready? Yes. That's it. And I'm going to show you guys how simple this is, man. This is so simple. But before I'm going to, any questions? I see some of you guys are writing in the chat. Send us results post that you use. All right, so I think I'm gonna need my charger. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you guys a gentleman who I got enrolled, and he's actually been doing pretty well. and the post. Can you guys see my screen? What's up, Lee? Shout out to you, Lee. Give me a second, guys, to get my chart. All right. So, any quick questions before I move on to continuing with the trial run and showing the madness of how this works? Oh, I think I put you guys where you couldn't share your screen. All right, hold on. I mean, you probably can't unmute yourself. Hold on. Can I keep the recording? Yes, you'll be able to keep the recording. Let me allow you guys to unmute for a second, and I'll take maybe 1 or 2 questions. All right, you can go, guys. Allow. All right, you guys should be able to unmute now.
So Bruce, is it possible for us to get the trade line information that you have available?
Sure, I'll text. Just message me personally.
Okay, thanks.
Any other quick questions?
Bruce, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I was wondering, I was looking on your page earlier today and I saw a video testimonial that I wanted to share. And I tried to share it, but I had to stop because when I tried to put my information on it for someone to contact me on my page, it showed your information at the bottom and I didn't know how to remove that. Is there a way to do it?
That's not when you're sharing a video. It has to be uploaded from you personally.
Oh, okay.
And when you share information, you can't remove it because you're sharing. That's why I don't share anything. I upload it like my content. So if you see like Ashton Henry or Alfred or anybody of these top leaders, they upload something that you like, what you do is you don't share it because when you share it, it's going to show who you shared it from. So they're going to be like, well, who's this person?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
So
I've seen some testimonial videos that I would like to share, but I can't figure out how to download them so I can upload them.
Are you saying from the Facebook page or from?
From Facebook, yes.
There's ways. These ways you can. I don't know if you have an iPhone.
No, I don't have an iPhone.
There's apps. I know there's ways you can download. We'll probably go over that. I'll help you out with some. I'm gonna send you some videos. Just message me personally, and I'll send you videos that I have.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
All right. So, quick question. So I'm gonna just show you guys this quick conversation. Another person, right, asked her what her credit score. These all came from people I do not know, right? So what I do is when they put up the post for me, I'll tell them, I'll send them a friend request, and then I'll say, add me as a friend. I'll write on their post, add me, and then check your inbox. Because a lot of the times when you're messaging someone who's not your friend, they're not gonna see the message. So you have to write on the post, please add me, and then check your inbox. So then I'll send my message, which is, boom, what's your credit score? What's your goals? What items you have? Okay, cool. She asked me, boom, boom. She said she don't know. So I need to go deeper. Okay, do you have any credit cards? She said, yeah, she has 5. Sorry, I gotta unmute some of you guys. She has 5. She says she just paid them off. I'm not a robot here, so I'm asking her real questions. Do you pay rent? She says yes. I started talking to her about the pay my rent stuff. And then I think I was sending her some voice messages, and I was letting her know about, you know, how long we've been around, how many people we've helped, over 140,000 clients. We have removed over 1.5 negative items since 2004. These are facts. And I said, listen, good news, we can help you. It's $89 a month. You should start seeing results within 45 days. Would this be of interest to you? She says yes. And then she said, I told her I'm gonna send her a screenshot of the app. I'm gonna need her to, I send this in a voice message. So you wanna mix up voice messages with also scripts, because you want people to hear who they're talking to. And then this is my close. I don't just send the link. I need to have 2 yeses. If you tell me yes, then I need to make sure, yes, you can do it right now. So I asked her, do you need the enrollment link? It expires in 30 minutes. She says, no, send it tomorrow. So guess what that means? Anything other than a yes is a no. That's fine. If I gave you a post, will you tag me for a future discount when you're ready? She says, okay. And I didn't send her the post because I was busy. But I'm going to send her the post tomorrow so I can get more leads. All right? Another concept. Shouts out to Lee, who just got started. Lee also went on a trial run as well. And Lee just got started in the business. So the first step is we spoke on through Facebook Messenger, and I asked him. I said, well, let's do a trial run. And Lee put a post up. He was on a trial. He put it up, and as you can see, we have over 97 comments. Right? And then as he saw the comments. I said, well, he's like, well, what do I say to him? I said, well, listen, can you jump on the phone? And we jumped on the phone. We built a relationship. I started, building the relationship over the phone. Right? So some of you guys probably were like, well, let's sign him up. No, I don't know Lee, and Lee don't know me. The only thing he's seen was that the post he put up, a lot of people was interested. So we started talking a little bit about that, build a relationship. And I said, listen, Lee, I would love for you to see this more visually. Then I got him last to the presentation. So we did a Zoom webinar presentation with me and my business partner. And after that, the rest was history. We started showing him the same concept on how all those customers that want to enroll, we're going to have them post on their page. So every person who didn't have the money or told him Friday or anything else, guess what they did? They made a post too. And it said the same thing, my good friend Lee. Boom, this person got him, look at this, 79 comments. He's gonna be pretty busy, right? 23 here. Guys, you don't have to pay for any advertising when you have friends. Have another 4 here, have another 9 here. These are every person you speak to, they're gonna give you an objection. I'm inviting the objection because I'm hoping you're gonna tell me no, because if you tell me no, great. Can you make this post? So when you're ready, I can still hold you that discount? They're going to say, yeah, every time. Then they're going to post and they're going to get you more people. It's a numbers game. If you lack in skill, you make up in numbers. I don't get why you guys are not understanding this. It's pretty simple. If someone tell you they can't do it, you have them make a post. You should have more leads than you have time. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you guys are just sitting around just liking people posts all day. I don't know what the hell y'all do. But I'm telling you, if you were doing this, you'll be on the top charts. Any questions? All right, so this is, let me see if I could bring up any more conversations. Thank you for all this, definitely needed. Good info. I'm not see. All right, let me know if you guys have any questions in the middle. You can stop me at any time. Let me see who else I can bring up here in my.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I could hear you.
How do you approach pastors?
I speak to everybody the same. It's kind of like, how would you want a person who an opposite sex approach you? Confidence. If a guy comes to you right now with no confidence, you're going to shut him down. If he starts stuttering like he's Moses, you're going to shut him down. So I come with confidence and I say, hey man, what's going on? I just have a normal, hey, what's up? We call those icebreakers. So I'm looking to break the ice. I might go on his page and I'll say, man, are those your 2 boys, man? Your 2 boys, man, they're handsome, man. I wish I had 2 boys. I got 2 girls. Or I would say, you're looking real sharp. If you don't mind me asking, what is it that you do? Are you a pastor? And how long have you been in ministry? And I'll just ask them a random question. And I'll say, man, with your network and my connections, I can see us making millions of dollars together. We need to talk. I just have confidence. My posture is really firm. So I come to them straight. Hey, listen, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a pastor. I'm going to talk to you straight up. Listen, with your network and my connections, I can definitely say that we can make millions of dollars together. They're gonna be like, well, what is it? They're gonna be like, who is this person? Who are you? We need to talk. We should do business together. And they're gonna be like, well, what is it that you do? And that's my favorite. When people ask me that, I say, well, you know how most people walk around here with really bad credit? Well, what I do is I put them in a position to have a 700 or better credit score. How's your credit? Some of them might say, I have great credit. Some of them might say, well, actually, my credit needs to be done. So my answer to that is, you know how, and I invite the problem. It could be, you know how most people are living paycheck to paycheck? Well, what I do is I show people how to make an extra paycheck. You know how most people don't have good credit? Well, what I do is I show them how to have a good credit score. So that's my rebuttal to anytime someone asks me, what is it that you do? Some people say, well, I fix credit. I don't think that's a great inviting, we call it peak interest type of way of responding to what is it that you do. I've learned this from Big Al. Tom Schreiter is a master of psychology. He says, start with, you know how, which is problem, and then you go into solution. You know how, whatever. You know how most people don't have life insurance? What I do is I put them in a position so they can have life insurance, so they can leave something for their kids, children, whatever it is. That's how I answer the question of, what is it that you do? So pastors are no special person or different. I talk to them like a regular prospect, just with confidence. So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Hey, there's one on the line. I don't know how many passes all day, but I think you have a great approach.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Good evening, Bruce. I have a question. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, my question is, I had an agent. I had put her on a trial run like 2 days prior to her actually signing up as an agent, and when she put her first post, that kind of went flop. What are some tips that you do for someone in that predicament?
Her post went crazy? Is that what you
I'm
said?
sorry, I didn't hear your question. The first post went crazy, and then like 3 days later, she came in as an agent, and then her first post as an agent went flop.
All right, so watch this. Remember when your first post is always gonna go crazy. You know why? Because the people have never seen it before. So for an example, that guy who I just enrolled, he hasn't made another post since then. Why? He doesn't have to. Because all those people on that post, he asked them to do the same thing. So guess what? All his friends, all those clients are posting on their page. You won't have to make posts on your page. The only thing you could post on your page is testimonies. So when people come back to your post, they're gonna be like, oh man, this guy's legit. Oh man, this girl is really legit. Because you know they're gonna come down your page. They're gonna be 007. So it's not about your page. You're eventually gonna run dry. People are eventually gonna see the same information over and over. You have to get outside of your network, which is having your clients, which I just showed you, getting them to post. Offer something, offer an incentive. The incentive could be a discount. The incentive could be whatever. Offer something to get something. Because it's about exposure, not recruiting. If you get exposure, you will get recruits. But if you try to recruit, you will never get exposure. So hopefully that answers your question.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions?
I do have a question.
Oh, that was a good.
I research. I just got signed up. It's been a few days, and I got the chance to make it to senior field trainer. And then I see there's a lot to learn, and I mean I like knowledge, because if you promote a brain, you should know what you're promoting. But my question, based on your experience, I mean, we need, like, I understand we have to have a script. We have to sometimes go by the book. But how you break through a community that believe to live on paycheck to paycheck, they are comfortable. I mean, they're comfortable getting up every morning. Marley, here, please. They are comfortable getting up every morning, go to work, come back home, and sleep, and they comfortable doing that. How you can really break through a community that don't expect more than that? I
Well,
mean, you understand my question.
absolutely. So maybe I think it's your approach. People want change, right? And I wouldn't say people don't want change, but people don't like change. They want change, but they don't want to change. You know, that's why when people join the military, the army they don't go after grown men. They don't go after grown adults, I would say. You know what they go after? Young high school or college freshmen, straight out of high school. Why? Because adults, as they get a certain age, they're already set in their certain ways, right? Usually most people do not change until there's pain. That's why 82% of the top earners in network marketing are not men. They're women. They're women. You know why it's women? Because women are always going through some sort of pain. They're emotional. Men are logical. But women, they have these emotions that they can use those emotions and they make change. Men have to think about it. But you know, a lot of people, they're either maybe single moms. That's pain. They're struggling paycheck to paycheck. That's pain. When there's pain, that's when there's change. Some people back are not really against the wall. I've had people that signed up in the business and now starting to come back. They're like, guess what? They're uncomfortable. They maybe lost their job. They're like, you know what? Maybe I should have gave FPS a chance. So let's talk about these people. Maybe there's not enough pain for them. And that's why when I ask questions, I ask, how does it make you feel? How does it make you feel to wake up every single day knowing that you don't make enough money to provide for your family? How does it make you feel knowing that you might end up 65 years old and won't be able to retire? You see, that creates an emotion. And when there's an emotion, there's pain. See, for me, if someone asks me that question, it feels horrible. How does it make you feel to work 10 years at a job and still don't have $300 in your savings account? It feels horrible. Nobody wants to feel like that. And you have to put people in a place, in a state of mind to remind them, how does it make you feel? And the next question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to continuously do the same thing that you did last 5 years to get the next 5 years? What are you going to do? And that goes back to personal development. So as I grew as a person, now as you grow as a person, see, you're a brand new agent. You do have a lot to learn. But remember, your job isn't to convince people. Your job is to expose them. Your job isn't to sell them. That's not your job. Your job is just to get them inside the information and let that person make their own decision. If they see it, they see it. If they don't, they don't. That's not your job. That's like me trying to convince someone to be a Christian or to be saved. The pastor don't convince you. He said either you accept Christ or you don't. It's your choice. So if you find yourself convincing people or forcing them, bro, I'm telling you right now, you're talking to a brick wall. But when you have so many people that are looking, I don't have time to convince. The same time that you're sitting here on the airplane trying to convince someone to drink water, there's a person on aisle 39 that's thirsty. You're wasting time with the wrong people. If the person says he don't want water, he don't want water. He's not hungry. Move on to the next person. The person on aisle 39 says he's thirsty. He wants a bag of chips. He hasn't ate all day. He's thirsty for an opportunity. I have so many people to talk to. I don't have time, and neither shall you. But you, like I said, you're new, and you're gonna learn this. This is a growing process. There's no pain, there's no gain. But as you start to learn and figure things out, I'm telling you right now, you're gonna be successful. But just remember, your job isn't to convince. Your job is to expose. All right. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Hello. Yes. I would like. I'm a sales director. You know, I'm working with Dr. Moise. I'm a sales director. I would like to have a specific. Are you really, you know, to approach people if the person now really your friend on Facebook?
How do I approach people that's not my friends?
Yes. Exactly. You know, right now I have a lot lead, but you know, I just really every time I try to talk to them, I'm trying to recruit them, you know, try to make them, you know, as an agent. It's always something.
Okay, stop right there. You see what you just said?
Yeah, recruit.
You got the wrong mindset, bro. I don't try to recruit anyone. My job is to expose, not to recruit. My goal is, how can I get this person to put my post on their page? That's all my job is to do. If I can get you to expose my business, my opportunity, my vision on your page, you will lead me to other people. Now, once I start, now watch this. Let me go back to Lee again. And shouts out to Lee if you're on this webinar. So I'm gonna go back to the conversation. I never tried to recruit Lee. Lee said, I made a post that said, anyone looking for an opportunity that want to work from home, comment info or something like that nature. I'll go back to the post. I said, hey, Lee, I saw you wanted more information on working from home. He said, yes, how you been? I said, I'm blessed. He says, blessed, but I need more funds. Let's make it happen. So I said, well, I'm going to, send you a post that you can put up. Let's see if we can get some people interested. I sent him a voice message letting him know we do credit repair. But I told him, I said, I want him to try it out to see if we can get some people interested first. He says, so cool, no problem. Let's make it happen. Gave him the post, whatever. I said, post this picture, tag me when you're done. So I didn't really, he said he wants to be in the business, but I didn't force him. I said, listen, let's just see if we can get people interested first. Because why would I want to recruit someone who can't lead me to anyone? Why would I want to recruit someone who's not coachable? Why would I want to recruit someone on my team who's not committed? I need to know who I'm doing business with. Do you guys just get married to people that you don't know? It's called a trial run. It's called a test drive. You just go buying cars and you have never tested it? Come on, guys. That's why your team sucks, because you haven't tested anything. You haven't seen what they can bring to the table, right? So if you want to start seeing, you got to start doing more trials. So we went on a trial, and he said, look, 6 people in 30.
The same post you post, I have 26 comment on that post. Every time, I come, with everybody do the same thing for me. But the story is when they come with the price, they always have a story.
That's fine. What did I just tell you?
Duplication.
What I just told you. If I gave you a post, would you tag me for a future? That's not a problem for me. You think everybody gonna have a price problem?
I got it.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
I'm inviting objection. As soon as you give me the objection, if I gave you a post, would you tag me for a future discount when you're ready? Move on. Next person. I don't have time
What's going on, bro? I wanted to know, how do you approach real estate agents?
I don't. I'm just kidding. Now, there's different ways of approaching. I personally don't approach real estate agents, but I know I've seen some different types of scripts in the chat of people reaching out to them. I do know that a lot of them have issues with getting people not qualified for homes and cars, for homes and stuff like that because of the credit. So one of the questions I know is, what do you do with those people? And, you want to have a conversation, say, listen, if there was a way I can help all those people that you ran into didn't get qualified, what would you say? And you just listen. With your network, my connections, I think we can make some money together. Because remember, they have the network. You have the connection. This could be mutually be profitable. And I say this to everybody. I don't care where you are. Listen, with your network, my connections, this could be mutually be profitable for the both of us. I even say that to my cousin. Hey, cuz, you got 4,000 friends. With your network, my connection, we could make a lot of money together. He gonna say how? Listen, I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna need you to post something on your page. If we can get some people interested, then there's gonna be money for us to be made. If not, listen, we still cousins. I'm not concerned about recruiting my cousin. I'm concerned about who my cousin can lead me to. Same thing with the real estate agent. I'm not gonna recruit a real estate agent who can't lead me to nobody. Some real estate agents don't do anything. It's like some insurance agents. They got a license, but don't sell any policies. Just because someone say they're a realtor don't mean they're actually successful. See what
I have
they
a question.
Right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Bruce, I did a trial run when I first started, and I have like 5,000 friends, and I was coming from, well, not necessarily coming from another business. I still have that business, but I started really doing a lot more posts on the credit side, and I was pretty shocked that I hardly got any responses, and every time I've done one, it just have been the same. So I was just gonna keep trying, but you gave me some ideas, and because I just didn't understand why. Well, of course, my whole network, everybody wasn't from my other business, but it seemed like everything kind of just stopped. And I was a little taken from that, trying to still figure out how to get more people. I got a few, but it wasn't near as much as I thought it would yet.
So what kind of post did you make? Do you remember some of the posts you made? And were they credit related or agent related? There? Can't hear you if you're there. Okay, I think we lost you. I'm trying to find some of my top posts.
Oh, there you are.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, dang. Did you hear anything I just said?
Yeah, I was asking, what were some of the posts that you made?
The first one was on the, what we were told to do, the one on the Experian and
Can't use that.
all that under fire. That was the first one.
Can't use that post.
Well,
Huh?
no, I was trying to hear what you said. That was my first one.
Okay.
And then that didn't get up. That got some. And then we did one on agents working from home. We did that one. But then when you did that one, a lot of people thought it was a job per se, not, so you had to kind of explain that. And it, some was interested in hearing, some were not. But I still never got, like what you guys are saying here, I never got the 70, 80, 90 hits on mine. And that's what I tagged a lot of people. And then the ones they want to make sure when you say, my good friend, such and such, they, look at, contact them. And then I'm getting questions. Well, I don't want to say that unless I know more about it. I mean, it just never got the more positive. I didn't stop, and I just kept doing other types of posts. But it seemed, but I'm gonna go back to the trial runs again and give it another shot, because I know a lot of people do get good, responses from it. I hadn't have yet. Let's put it that way.
All right. So if you're not getting a lot of feedback, remember, it's about your network. So sometimes you have to mix up your posts. And let's go back to my page. And sometimes you have to mix up your posts to create engagement.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna find something that I post that create a lot of engagement. That wasn't that. Because you wanna mix it up. I don't think it's on this page. think it's on my other page. Okay, here's one. Unexpected money about to hit your bank account. Claim it. All right, this is one. All right, stuff like this, these are called affirmations. People love affirmations.
Yeah.
Right? So I could have put type amen to claim it. Everyone's going to start typing amen. Now, everyone who types amen, I'll reach out to them. I say, hey, you know, God bless you. How you been anyway? Or I'll say, hey, I see we have 3 mutual friends, or I see we have. Sorry. All right. Here's another post. Who needs a secure credit card to help boost their credit score? No credit check. Comment me. Boom. A lot of people do need a secure credit card. Right? They may not need their credit restored, but it brings up that conversation. Well, since you do need your credit done, or you don't, I can help you. And that goes back to, listen, thanks for, since I'm helping you, can you help me out? I'm looking to help a lot more people for 2020. If I sent you a post, would you be able to post it on your page so I can reach more people? Right? And now they're posting on their page. Remember, it's not about, maybe your page might not get a lot of engagements for whatever reasons. Maybe you don't post a lot. Maybe you don't post engaging things. What I've learned with Facebook, try not to share too many things. Facebook want your content. The more you post of your own content, then people will start to see your stuff more. And then you also want to write and like people that comment on your posts, right? The people that you engage with, and it's going to increase your engagement. Here's another post, future millionaires. And you guys can screenshot it and use it on your own page. Future millionaires, billionaires, heart this status, right? Every single person. So what I do, I'll go on there and I'll, give them an emoji or awesome, fire. I didn't do it on this page because I got busy, but usually what I do is I'll engage back. And then I'll say to them in their inbox, hey, Octavius, you're gonna be you're gonna be a future millionaire, aren't you? And he'll be like, yeah, I wish, or whatever. It starts conversation. It's called an icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
They're all icebreakers. And then I'll be like, well, since you seem pretty cool, if you don't mind me asking, what is it that you do? I learned this from Big Al. Big Al says, in order for more people to ask you what you do, ask more people what they do. And in return, they'll ask you what you do. And another thing, never tell somebody what you do unless they ask you what you do. Because some of you are be like, oh, by the way, I do this. I didn't ask you. That's cool, but I never asked you. Now, if they asked you, well, okay, well, since you asked, right? It's kind of like, oh, by the way, I'm single. I never asked you if you were single. I was just asking, whatever they were asking. So you guys got to, be great listeners, not great talkers.
Yeah.
And maybe some of you just are so used to talking that you don't have time to listen. All right, make the time. Listen to what they got going on. All right, so those are some great posts. Hopefully you guys can screenshot those and use them for your own.
Bruce, I would like to ask a question, please.
Go ahead.
You said for the trial runs, we cannot put the one that has Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax.
No, we can't post that.
Okay, we've been posting that all day today. Okay.
No, yeah, corporate told us we can't use that. So
okay,
talk about compliance.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we can't post credit scores. Right, we can't post on our page 700 credit scores or any type of credit scores. You can't do that. You're not supposed to. We're not supposed to. It's called enticing. All right, we're not supposed to post stuff on that page. Now, as you can see, I don't have any credit scores on my page. I don't have any deletions or anything. Now, can other people post that? That's not in the company or clients. That's their page. They're not in the company, so they can do whatever they want to post. But we personally, if you're an agent in a company, we're not allowed to post stuff like that. All right, you can't post income. You can't post checks. You can't post. You can. So anything that's in the back office, as long as you're not making income claims, you can change some of the flyers and put your own, as long as you're using the verbiage that you see in the back office. All right. But yeah, I mean, just kind of like hear what you see, what I put on my page, and keep it simple. We could share testimonies, but if you're going to give a testimony, you don't need to say the name of the company. You don't need to say, I got my score up to 730 days. Stay away from numbers. Stay away from time frame. They don't want you posting that to the public. If you're having a one-on-one conversation with someone, it's a different story. But FES don't want you posting stuff like that, because if the FTC or any government company, agency see you posting stuff, we can get fined for stuff like that. That's called enticing. All right. So just giving you guys compliance, things we can post and things we can't post. You can say anyone looking for an opportunity, but don't say anyone looking to make $500 a week. Numbers, get away from numbers. Anything to do with numbers, $500. Just get away. The first, if you get caught, they're gonna warn you. Second chance, another warning. Third offense, you can get your back office suspended for a good amount of time with no pay. So letting you guys know from now, follow the compliance.
Thank you, Bruce.
Thank you. All right, I know it's getting late, but you guys are troops, man. You guys are troops. I'll probably give you like another
question. One last question.
Go ahead.
What happens when you probably don't, but anybody that is blocking from tagging folks, like this one lady literally lost it because I tagged her, and of course I flagged her after that, blocked her, cut her, burned the whole thing. But you get any feedback from people who you tag, or do you tag?
Yeah, I've had people that I had this one lady. I gotta go in my inbox, but I think she told me stop tagging her 7 times already.
Yeah, I had one that called me 13 times, one behind the other.
Guess what? I'm like, if you have a problem, just unfriend me. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and I shouldn't tag this person. If you got a problem, there's a button that says unfriend or block. I'm not gonna sit here and say, okay, listen, I'm just tagging random names. I hit a letter named R. Everybody that name starts with an R, I'm tagging. I don't have no emotion. It's just, listen, if you got a problem, you can unfriend me. But I have a pretty good block list too. I have a block party that's still going on to this day. So.
Okay, good. I don't feel too bad now.
It is what it is, guys.
Hey, you and me both, Bruce. My block game so strong. My unfriend game so strong. I think I unfollow at least 200-300 people a day. So
listen, and you know what? That's cool, because that leaves more room for the people that we can actually add. And guys, shouts out to you who you can follow me, but guys, I mean, we don't need to be friends with everybody in FES. I mean, we both are in the business. I mean, I get it. You can follow me. But I need my friends list so I can have more prospects. Right?
Hey, Bruce, I have a quick question.
Really?
What's up, man?
When you enroll customers on the phone, do you walk them through that process, or you just let them be after that?
Goes back to value. What makes you different?
Okay.
What do you think most?
Because I personally like to walk mine through on the phone, but I was just wondering if that's like usual. Do people do that, or just let it ride?
What separates you from everybody else? That goes back to that again. You could be like everybody else and just leave them alone.
Huh?
Or you could be an agent that actually cares about the person and say, hey, listen, I'm going to educate you on some of these services. I'm going to walk you through your process. Or I'm going to just send you a link. If you get stuck, boom. But I'm also going to educate you so you understand what we have back here. I want you to understand what your credit card can do for your credit score. I want you to understand what the Credit My Rent can do for your credit score. I want you to understand the time frame that it's going to take for you to see these results. And when you get the letters, what you should do and where you're going to email it. Or you can just send them a link and let them figure it out, and you know you're not going to figure it out.
Right.
May I piggyback on that, Bruce?
Go ahead.
May I piggyback on that, on what you just said?
Absolutely.
I've always felt like when the client that you have, the time that you invest in them by making sure that they're enrolled properly, what you've done, you have set a seed. And when you've done that, they may refer you to other people. So don't ever short sight anyone in providing that information. And you have to understand that you're providing a service, you're providing a customer service. And as a servant, you give them that information because you know how you would want to be treated yourself. And by doing that, you have set a tone with them that, hey, you're just not enrolling me and just saying bye, that you really do care about my experience and how successful you're going to be, how you want them to be successful.
Man, I totally agree with you on that. I mean, treat people the way you want to be treated. It's plain and simple. Thank you, Tangela. That was really good true words, man. That people need to understand that this is not about just enrolling people. It's about really giving them value and giving them the service.
And then I think about that because that customer might become your agent, and you want to implant your DNA on them to do the same thing. So that's going to grow your business even more so.
And a lot of the signups come from referrals, and those are easy signups where if a customer sees how much you're going above and beyond, helping them see results, you tell them, hey man, because I'm gonna tell you right now, if they sign up for the Credit My Rent, the secure credit card, and the restoration, that's customers guaranteed. That's guaranteed seeing results. So now that customer says, oh shoot, my score went up 60 points. Oh, it went up 50 or 100 points. What do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna have diarrhea mouth, tell somebody else, and they're gonna be like, my cousin told me about you. You don't even gotta sell them. Those are the easiest signups, referrals. They be like, listen, just tell me how much it is, send me a link. Before you even come off the phone, then you get an email saying, bloop. Like, damn, that was quick. Because you know why? They trust the person. So Angela pitched it perfectly. Take the time. That time that you invest into that one customer gonna lead you to many.
Hey, Bruce, can I add something to that too, King?
Oh, absolutely, man. I didn't even know you were on here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know how that go, man. Got to get on. Guys, I just want to add to what Tangela said and actually what Bruce said also. And it's the value. Like Bruce said, and he always make it clear, what make you different. One thing that I do, the reason why I'm not going to lie to you guys, as soon as I sign somebody up, I let them know I want to jump on the phone with them. And two things that I normally do. I know Bruce, he give them the information sometime up front, let them know that he could help them out with the Credit My Rent and the secure credit card. But I like to lock them in first as a client. And then one of the first things that I go over is when I jump on and I say log in, I go straight to the customer referral. And I explain that part to them. Guys, look, hey, Bruce, you thought everything was already sounding good to you and you was excited, right? I got some more great news I want to share with you. And then he was like, what you talking about? So what if I tell you can actually get your credit work done for free? They're all ears. They're like, wait, what? Free? Now, when you start saying, yeah, man, by you referring 5 people to the services, you break that information down, you go over that information, they're excited. And just like Bruce said, when you hang up, you get the notification in your back office saying this person already referred 2-3 people to the services because they want what they can't have. They're over there fighting to get 5. They're excited about that. And then you're there with the process. And then you say, hey, look, I got more great news for you. I know that when we was talking, you told me that you've been renting for 5 years, correct? Yeah. Okay. Is that lease in your name? Yeah. Awesome. Look, we have a program that's called Credit My Rent. You keep like dripping on them. Keep giving them great information. And then last but not least, after they do that, you say, listen, hey, Bruce, I realized that you said that you also didn't have a credit card. When I was looking at the little screenshot you sent me, it said that you have no credit, credit card utilization. Is it that you don't have any credit card? Nah, man, I don't believe in those. I take my time and I break that down. I say, Bruce, you want to know why you can't be able to get that house that you're looking for in the future? It's not that just your credit score got to go up, but you got to have that utilization. You got to have that back and forth, that rapport with the bank. Bruce, it's just like me coming to you right now. You don't know me from a can of paint, but imagine if I come to you and I said, Bruce, let me borrow $100 till next week. You know what you're going to say, Bruce? Hell no, I don't know you. And I always let them know, Bruce, that's exactly what the banks are saying to us. So the reason why you need a secure credit card is so that you can invest back into yourself. The banks can see how trustworthy you are, how responsible you are.
Yeah.
6 months, Bruce, I guarantee you're going to be getting results. And then all three guys and everybody's signing up for all of it. But like I said, I just want to piggyback and just let you guys know, seriously, make yourself different. You know what I mean? Stop just, like, there's a lot of people that just want to do 188 and then they disappear. And then you guys, clients come to me. Y'all don't know that though. But y'all clients come to me because I'm going to take my time with them.
Everything. I think your thing was breaking up a little bit, but we got some really good information there, man. The people were loving it. That's some really good, the value. That was straight fire, man. The fact that, you know, as I'm getting from that, you know, they already enrolled, but also offering them the Strive for 5. You know, everybody wants free. And that's another way, like I said, you can let them know, listen, all the people that I'm going to send you a post and I'm going to talk to them. Every person who I enroll, that's going to go towards your Strive for 5. I'm going to work for you. Since you're helping me, I'm going to help you. And we're going to work to help you get your 5 people. So next month, we can possibly get your thing for free. Right now, they're going to be, that's an incentive, which is a great nugget, Everton, because now they can post, you close all the people, you getting paid, and that goes towards their Strive for 5. Man, that's a game changer. All right, man. And thank you, Tangela, man. You gave some good nuggets as well. I know it's getting late, but you guys are fired up. You're like, man, I'm going to talk to some customers right now. Like,
We having fun, Bruce. Don't stop.
Anybody else have any quick questions?
Hey Bruce, that was some good information, man. I just barely been hopping in. I've been hearing into the whatever how you call it, whatever you were saying. I actually wanted to go ahead and ask, by any chance, can I go ahead and get the recorded of this presentation?
Absolutely. I'll upload it. Definitely. You guys can go back, upload on my YouTube.
Mercy, quick question. One question very quick. Hey, so for the Strive for 5, let's say if you got a client, can you hear me?
Oh, I didn't even know that was you. Man, you coming in here DS.
Yeah, I just put some letters, but let's say if you have a client, right, and basically like for the referral, I hasn't been doing that as much. So how do they get credited for the Strive for 5, basically?
So that's a good question. So the first thing we want to make sure the client does is go to UCS and well, they want to so not that. Let's see if it's on the demo one. All right. So you see the customer referral program? So they'll click on refer now, and they're going to put the name and all the customers in, and you're going to get an email. So once they're registered here, then you can send them your link, right? So you'll talk to the client as if you're talking to them, that's your own client, and you're going to send them your link. But if the customer don't put their name and email, the UCS won't know that it came from them. So this is very, very important. The client must register them back here. And then once they're registered, then you can personally enroll.
Okay.
Well, good. Hey, that was a good question, Bertrand. Shouts out to you, bro. Oh, that was Bertrand. Nice question.
No, that's Jordan. That's Jordan.
How do you get to the customer referral program again? Can you show me that one more time, please?
All right, let me go back. All right, so this is what it's going to look back. They're back off to the client. So you want to click on refer now. This is what the client is going to click on. And
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
all right. So
Hi, Bruce. You are excellent. Excellent, excellent.
what's up?
Hey, actually, I got a question towards that. Since basically,
Can't hear you. You're there.
Hi, Bruce. I'm here in New York. This is Willette Daniels. Good evening. You've done an awesome job. My question is this. Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Okay. We don't, here in New York, we can't offer the secure card.
That's right.
So is there anything other than that that we could offer besides the credit my rent?
Yeah, no, I heard about that. All right, well, I'm gonna give you guys a tip, even though it's not through our company, but I offer it to some of my clients because it helps them with their credit. You guys are ready for it?
Yes.
Yes.
sir.
Now keep in mind, this is not through FES or UCES, but I do use it as a trade line to help my clients with their credit report. So the name of the company is called My Jewelry Club. And this is a jewelry company, of course. And what happens is there's a membership that's one time for $99. And they want you to finance $100 worth of jewelry or more. So one-time membership, you'll finance half of the 100. So you'll spend about a total of $150, and then you'll be financing the other 50. But when you do that, what's going to happen is My Jewelry Club is going to put a $5,000 trade line on your credit report. So what does that mean? You're probably asking. Well, to get a $5,000 trade line put on your credit report, what would it take? Well, number one, you would have to have good credit. You'd have to have really good credit, right? To get a $5,000 credit card or a trade line to post on your credit report. And okay, what if I don't have good credit? How can I get this? Right? Then you would have to get a secure credit card, which means you would have to put up $5,000 of your own money to get that type of trade line. So when someone showed me this, he was like, well, Bruce, all you have to do is spend about $150 to $200, and the same thing that you can get with a great credit score or a bad credit score by putting up your own money, all you have to do is invest $150, $200, and you can get a $5,000 trade line. Game changer. Posted it. They posted on my credit report. My score went up instantly. So what do you think this would do for a client? And I let them know, hey, listen, I don't get paid for this, but this will help you with boosting your score. So when I share that, I share the secure credit card, the credit my rent. They're happy. They're excited because you're sharing information with them that's going to really help their credit score. So hopefully.
Can you repeat again for me, please?
What part that you didn't understand?
No, everything, please.
Okay, you can watch the replay. I'm not repeating that whole thing over again. But basically, long story short, it's $200. And they're gonna put a $5,000 trade line on your credit report.
I'm good with that. I like that. Thank you so much. Great information.
Good evening, Mr. Bruce. This is Israel. Thank you very much for all the nuggets that you've been giving us. I just signed up yesterday, so this is my first time of being on this call. I just want to get a better understanding of what you just mentioned about my jewelry club thing. So what if my client doesn't have up to $5,000 that he can put on the secured card? Is there a lesser price, a lesser amount of money that can be put on the card?
Yeah, remember the secure credit card starts from $200 to $5,000. So
Okay.
what I recommend when I talk to a client, I say, listen, I mean, you can start with 200, but my recommendation is 400 to 500. Because remember, the more they have on as far as credit limit, the better it is for the score. $200 credit limit is nothing. That don't really show credibility. So I always recommend $400, $500 or more because I want my client to see results.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Wow.
everywhere.
Hi, Bruce. This is Della Howard from Georgetown, South Carolina. How are you?
What's going on? What's up? What's up?
Hi. My question is off of the jewelry thing. I'm looking for your YouTube channel. That's what I'm looking to find out.
Oh, my videos are unlisted. You won't find most of my videos public. So anything you want unlisted.
Okay, so I could just actually just inbox you and friend request you.
Yeah, my videos are unlisted.
Okay. So I was just wondering how to get in there and just, I'm a friend request you, I guess, to get a recording, because I took note the entire time, and I appreciate this is beautiful to be a student and learn all your testimonies.
No problem, no problem. So like I said, guys, with the jewelry company, this is gonna help because it's gonna lower their debt and increase their credit. Lower debt, more credit available, which means better credit score. All right, and if you want to, I have you.
Also, Bruce, I got one more thing I want to add, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Guys, we're not going to just keep going away from FES or UCS, but there's also self-lender. You know, and there's also what you call it? When you get approval for using basically somebody add you on their credit card. I forgot what it is. Authorized user, guys. There's also that. So if, say for example, you're a friend of someone and they have a family relative that have like a 750 credit score, very good credit or whatever, they could actually add them as an authorized user. And every time that person paid their monthly, they actually get credited for that as well. So those are just some free tips that you could actually give to the clients that probably don't have the money to, jump on a secure credit card or anything like that.
And one thing to piggyback off of you, so the girl Marsha Coles, that's basically kind of what I told her. I said, listen, I'm gonna give you some free information. And the free information was the self-lender and the My Jewelry Club and the Credit My Rent. So when I gave her that free information, she was like, oh my God, this is more than, you gave me more stuff than the person who actually paid the money to. So she was like, shoot, I'm gonna cancel with them and sign up with you. And I was only offering this as an incentive because I said, listen, if I give you this free information, would you at least be able to return the favor by posting a flyer on my page? She was like, of course. Which led me to more people.
Bruce, you said that you have to, these recordings are not made available. Could we have this one somewhere?
I posted it on my chat. So whoever got you on the webinar, I'm gonna post it in the chat and all the WhatsApp, so you guys will have it available.
Okay.
Whoever got you on the webinar, I'll post it in the chat. And the self-lender, I've used it as well. It's pretty cool because you're not only building your money, but you're building your credit. So what they do is they'll take out $25 a month out of your account, or $50, however you set it up, and it's kind of like having a 12-month CD account. And at the end of the year, they're gonna give you a check, the money with interest, and they're reporting it to your credit report at the same time. So when you do this, the self-lend, the jewelry, the Credit My Rent, secure, that's guaranteeing yourself to see crazy results. But don't be sitting around just be like, okay, just send out dispute letters. Come on, guys. If you really care about your client, go above and beyond. That's what I said earlier. What makes you different? How much value you bring to your clients and to the company will determine your paycheck. If you ain't bringing no value, then that's why you are where you are. Never stop increasing your value.
Hey, Bruce. Is there a minimum credit score that the customer would need for the My Jewelers Club, or it doesn't matter?
Your score could be a 300.
Okay, that's good to know.
That's why it's powerful.
Hey, Bruce, can I add something to that? The My Jewelers?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for the My Jewelers though, it's really awesome. But one thing, I'm glad you asked that question about the credit score. So if they do have a bankruptcy and high what you call it,
Station?
no, it's child support.
Oh, the child support.
The child support, if it's very high, like 25K and above, they're not gonna accept it.
Yep.
But other than that, you're good to go.
So you just educated me on that. So you guys got that? The child support, right? And you said bankruptcy?
Yep, child support and bankruptcy. The child support just can't be above 25,000 on the credit.
Got it. Good info. Good info, Gail. That was good info. All right. So you guys got some good information today?
Yes, we do.
Definitely.
She said,
Bruce, I have a question, Bruce. Hi, good evening. How do you motivate your clients when they get like discouraged when it's been months going by and they haven't seen any results and their credit score drops while they're in the program?
well, remember, sometimes you got to go backwards to go forwards. So sometimes when they're starting the process, they might have done something prior to the month that affected the next month credit report process. It's nothing that you have done, it's the client. And they just have to be patient. And this is the reason why I recommend, I said, listen, everything I'm giving you is going to boost your credit score. Depending on when you apply for these things, you can do it sooner, you can do it later. But the sooner
Right.
all this will be the quicker we can get to your goals. If you don't do anything I'm offering to you, just know what type of credit score you're gonna get. This is the game plan. This is the roadmap. Just like the roadmap that's in the back office, you got to paint that roadmap for them. So now they're looking at like, okay, I see what I have to do. But if you're just sitting back saying, okay, you're gonna get a great credit score by just deleting deletions or negative items, you don't really care about that client because you know that credit is more than just deletion.
Okay, thank you.
Bruce, I have a question. I have a client. She signed up for my credit repair, but she told me her credit score is 0. But she does have some negative on a item on a credit. So I'm not sure what to tell her. So my question is, have you had any customer with a credit score that's a 0?
If you had no muscles, what would you do if you went to the gym?
You would eat, right?
Do what?
You would eat a good meal, just.
But how are you gonna build it? When you go to the gym, there's no. What do you do?
Well, you have to add weight and then do cardio. Yeah, do that type of stuff to add muscle.
Okay, so same thing we do for the client. Restoration is cardio. But when you go on the gym and you start lifting weights, that's the building. That's the credit card. That's the self-letter. That's the credit my rent. You have to help them build. She says,
Okay.
credit, help her build it.
Got it.
That's all these tools we were just going over in the webinar. Got it?
Is there a limitation? Is that how am I gonna put it? So when I'm talking to a client, or when I'm dealing with a client, is there a limited time that I know that with FES there is no contract, so they can actually cancel their application at any time, correct? And I'm asking this question because this is my first meeting with you guys. What I want to really understand is, say my client only wants to stay with us for like maybe 6 months to a year to build their credit. Is that advisable, or is that a longer period, a shorter period where they have to be continue to be a client?
They can stay as long as they want to use the service. So you want to look at this as a gym, you know. There's no contracts here. You know, if you want to be with the gym for 6 months, that's up to you. But why do people still go to the gym and they have great bodies? Because they want to maintain what they built. So you want to, like I said, go back to the roadmap. Go back in your back office here. And like I said, create a roadmap, a game plan for the client, letting them know, listen, this is what we're going to do in month 1, but this is what we have to do long term. We're going to have to rebuild your credit. We're going to have to get some secure credit cards or credit cards. But just because you get the credit card don't mean your score is going to be a 700. You got to start paying it on time. Just because you pay for 2 months on time don't mean you're going to have a 700 credit score. The banks want consistent payments for the next 6 months to a year. Can you do that? Can you pay all your bills on time over the next 6 months to a year? If you can't, then it don't make no sense signing up with me, because I don't want to waste your money and I don't want to waste my time.
Thank you.
Hey Bruce. One quick thing real fast. Congratulations also on your success, man. This is Antoine Gidron. Could you just please explain? I have a couple new agents on here tonight, and I'll be explaining to them how important it is them as new agents to invest in their page to make them look as professional as possible. And then I have them come back to me complaining they can't sign up, but they don't take that time and invest. Could you please tell them quickly how important that is, investing in their page as new agents?
Well, rather than me telling them, maybe I should have some that where maybe their page didn't look too well, and maybe someone could tell a personal testimony. Does anyone have a personal testimony? Maybe your page didn't look so well and you invested in time into it, and what has the results you've seen from that?
Well, I can give a personal testimony myself. I personally, when I started, man, I did things like commercials. I did things like going live often, do things like put that extra money in flyers, just putting your face out there as much as possible, because you have to build that base with your new audience. They have to pretty much see that you're a trustworthy person, let them know that you're out there. And just, you know, it's a business, so you have to invest in that business. If you want people to spend money with you, you're gonna have to spend money on your business and make it look as professional as possible. You want your feature photos looking good. You want your border, your head photo looking good. You want everything A1, because before those people even contact you, they're gonna look at everything on your page.
Absolutely.
Man, that's a good tip, man. One more thing I could add. Guys, this is real simple. If you look at your page and you're browsing through your page, look at your page as the outside person and ask yourself one question: would I do business with me? If you ask yourself that question and you don't feel comfortable, start making the changes.
I agree on that, and just to add a little bit more to what everyone just said, those are great nuggets. My page, I have a video that I'm actually dropping on Saturday that I spent $250 on. I had to call a videographer to come shoot me a video, and making sure that that video is in compliance with my company. This is my personal money that I'm spending just to put myself out there. And I'm actually planning to optimize that video to reach out to more people so that I can have more people reaching out to me based on that video. And this is one thing I tell people sometimes, that the way you present yourself will determine how people are going to respond to you. So if you're not looking sharp, you're not looking clean, you don't have a good look, maybe the way you dress, your hygiene, your grooming, people are gonna look down on you. From my accent, you can tell that I'm African. I'm from Nigeria, and this is just my 6th year in the United States. I just became a citizen about less than 6 months ago. My first job in this country was in car sales, and I have to always present myself. Whenever I go into the store, I'm putting on a suit with a nice tie, a nice shirt, putting on some nice color, and always having my hair cut. And people will come gravitate towards me thinking I'm the manager of the company. But I was just one of the sales agents right there. So when the general manager saw the way people were gravitating towards me because they thought I was the manager, one of the top agents in the office, they have to tell everybody to start dressing like I do. So I was able to set the pace for the company. Like if you're selling $50,000 car, $20,000 car, $15,000 car, you need to look presentable for the people to be able to say, you know what, this person looks good enough for me to give him my money. So if you're dealing with people and you said, I want to help you build your credit, or I want to help you make money, and you don't look like one, then I don't want to work with you. I believe that is just that's just the psychology of what all we do. So presentation really matters.
Good info, man. That's definitely good info. I definitely feel that, and I know that presentation is definitely everything. Everything. Can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, so you put good info if you guys got some really good information today. Do you think this is the information you got today is going to help your business? Yes or no? I mean, we went over Self-Lender, we went over the trial run, we went over My Jewelers, we went over testimony, we went over posting in groups. And I want to spend this 2 hours because I know one person out of this group is going to get it. I know who it's going to be. Well, somebody going to say, you know what? That training we did, Bruce, at 12 o'clock at night changed my business. Some of you probably be like, I need to see it again. That's fine. You might have to see it 3, 4, 5 times to get it. But I'm going to tell you right now, when you get it, not only will you be good, you'll be great. Not only will you be a VP, you'll be a senior VP. Might be passing up the person who brought you in the business. That's what it's all about, right? So let's go! Let's go! Woo! I'm excited, man. Any last questions? I'm gonna take the last.
Yeah. Yes, I have a question, and yeah, just a question. So, hi Bruce, this is Shirley. So hello everybody. And also thank you, Bruce, for doing this. I learned a lot. Been learning a lot this whole time. Just been taking a lot of notes. So I remember when I first started with FES, and I heard the same thing that you're saying right now, that we can't sell a business, right? We can't sell a product looking like a nightmare. So I remember feeling like, oh my gosh, like I've never actually, even though I've been in other network marketing businesses, but I've never thought about it like that. I never thought about how my page need to look, and it forced me to go out there and create a lifestyle, because I was so used to just, going to work, coming home, doing what I have to do with my kids, and just never really cared about taking time out to take pictures of the beautiful moments. Some people don't think about that, like myself. I never thought about, hey, let me sit down, let me use an app, let me use a filter, let me clean up my picture, let me put it on, let me give somebody something to talk about. And it was never important for me until I got with FES. So, and knowing that how important it is to look presentable is very powerful. Like it changed the way I looked at myself, and not for the negative way, but a positive way. It changed my work ethic. It changed the way I approach people. I have to always double check myself to make sure, do I look the part before I approach this person in public? Okay, nope, nope, the shoe's not matching this pants. No, girl, don't do that. So, I'll just kind of like maybe like start a little conversation, giggle a little bit, and then, just keep walking. And it's like, dang, you missed out on that opportunity. So always make sure you look the part, especially when you're stepping out of your house. And then because you're a walking billboard for your business. You're definitely who you are represents what you're selling. What you look like represents what you're selling. So I remember feeling so frustrated. I'm like, man, I'm just starting. I don't have any money. I'm a single mom of 3 children. How am I going to go out there and get these nice clothes and look the part? It forced me to stay behind the phone and build this business in silence until I was able to, figure out how to get this done. So I thank you so much for sharing that and allowing me to share my testimony and my part. And, and for those on here that's just starting and you don't know how you're going to be able to create a lifestyle, how important it is for your Facebook, your Instagram, and any other social media you have to look the part, just follow somebody like Bruce, and Nandy, his wife, and Jessica Zafir and other women that's on here that's making it in the business, that's doing something, that you want to, that the way you want to look like, or other men that's doing what you want to look like, follow them, copy them. If you want to Photoshop some stuff, hey, YouTube is the way to go. That's all I had to say. Thank you guys for allowing me to ramble on this chat, on this call.
Well, awesome, man. Thank you for sharing those nuggets, guys. And, I want you to visualize how much what it will take for you to live the life that you want to live. I want you to visualize it and write it down. Maybe you make $30,000 a year. I want you to start visualizing what you make in a year and a month. Write it down. And I want you to start believing it and start waking up every day and say, you know what? I am making $30,000 a month. I am a vice president. I attract money easily and effortlessly. I am a great father. I am a great mother. I am a king. I'm a queen. And I want you to just recite whatever these affirmations is, and I want you to recite them, post them on the wall, remind yourself who God created you to be. And maybe you're earning a certain pay because your value, your personal development hasn't reached that you want to be. And that's totally understandable. And we got to look at, you see, when you look at the guy who's standing by washing the pool, he's probably making $8 an hour. Why? Because you can find maybe 2 billion people that you can give a little washcloth rag to wipe down counters. Anybody could do that. But when you find someone who says, listen, I just cracked open my skull, I need brain surgery. There's not too many neurosurgeons walking around in South Florida. There's very few. That's why neurosurgeons get paid like the way they get paid, because their value is so high that you have to pay them, because there's only so many people that can do what they do. So I say that to say this: if you want to increase your bank account, if you want to increase your title, your position, wherever you are, increase your value, increase your knowledge, increase yourself. They say leaders are readers. Read some books. What kind of books? Well, let's start off with this. One of the books I started off reading, it was from Darren Hardy. It's called The Shift. I needed to shift my mind. I needed to shift my attitude. I needed to shift my thinking. I started reading books like from Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I need to start thinking Dude, what's the difference between an asset and a liability? Right? And Cash Flow Quadrant. He has a lot of great books. And My First Year in Network Marketing. If this is your first year in network marketing, then you need to be reading My First Year in Network Marketing. All right? Great book. Great audio. You can listen to it, right? So there's a lot of great books, but don't come to me talking about something you want to be a VP. Have you increased your value? What value are you bringing to the marketplace? Have you increased your knowledge? And I'm gonna tell you right now, once you increase your value and you know who you are and what God created you to be, and you start like your closing gets better, your communication gets better, your presentation gets better, everything gets so much better. You know what? You're gonna go to work and you're gonna be like, I'm worth more than $18 an hour. You're gonna know your real worth. And once you know your real worth, I'm telling you right now, you're unemployable. No one can pay you because your value is this. It's up here. It's gonna start to match up. But maybe if you got promoted too quickly, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna go right back to your personal development. Never quit investing into your personal development. So thanks everybody for hopping on tonight. Man, hopefully you guys got the great nuggets. You guys got great info. Take the notes that we're giving you. Keep increasing your value. Keep increasing your knowledge. Never stop learning. I'm a senior vice president. I'm still learning. I learned from many one of you. I don't care if you're a field trainer, you're an agent, or you're a senior executive, pinnacle vice president level 1. I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're black, white, short, tall. We all learn from each other. And I'm learning to this day. So let's continue, and I'll have the recording for you guys. It's gonna take me a while. I gotta upload it on YouTube, and I'll post it in the group. But thanks everybody. Thank you, Everton. Thank you, Tangela. Thank you, Davion, and Antoine. I don't remember everybody who gave a testimony or said some nuggets, but just thank you. Thank you guys, and I see you guys at the top. Good night.